Hey guys, welcome back. It's Tommy with another retro StarCraft 2 replay for you guys. Once again, we have a great engagement, a great international engagement in between the two pro players. So let me just start by introducing them to you as we have spawning here in the lower left, in the blue. It is SERRAL from Finland, and his opponent spawning here in the upper right. In the red, it is Innovation from South Korea. So I believe these games have been played once again around the year 2017-2018. This is game number 2. There's also a game number 1 with a really nice strategy from Innovation, casting many nukes, defensive nukes and offensive nukes, so you guys might want to check this one out. Let's just see if the tactics are going to change here in game number 2 in between them, as Innovation opening up here pretty standardly with a supply depot, barracks and gas. Let's check SERRAL, no spawning pool, no extractor, so he's going also for a fast expansion build already here versus his opponent. So the pretty standard open up here as they're spawning on Automaton LE. Quite an interesting and nice looking map here. So yeah, like I told you, retro replay 2017-2018. Let's just see what they have prepared for us. If Innovation is he going to be going for some bio strategy with some medivacs, or is he actually going for some mech strategy with tanks, Hellbats, battle cruisers and so on, just like Mauro has shown us recently versus Raynor. That could be a possibility. And yeah, what exactly is SERRAL going to be going for? Zerglings, Banelings could be an option. Roaches, a Roach timing push could also be an option for him with Ravagers, Iros, Mutalisk, even Ultralisk Layton. So lots and lots of options here for both players. Now around the 2-minute and 30-second mark, the Zerg should of course take his second expansion point, as his spawning pool is about to get finished. Innovation also taking here his expansion. So yeah, the pretty standard open up here. Of course, he might continue with a factory, and no, actually he's adding a second barracks here. So interesting strategy by him. No barracks, no factory, and then no starport, second barracks. So this is very likely indicating to us that indeed Innovation is going for some bio pushes here, perhaps even some pushes with some bunkers could be a possibility with Marines, as he's also taking here his second gas, and at the same time he's sending out here his first Reaper just to scout out the map, just to see exactly what SERRAL is going for, as one Zergling could even be sniped here. But SERRAL does of course a nice job with his micro, and as soon of course the Queen will pop out, this strategy, this harassment will of course stop indeed, as the Queens are really strong early on into defending, also spreading that creep with those creep eggs just to create that highway for the Zerg. And yeah, also researching here speed for the Zerglings. So yeah, pretty soon, actually we have passed the 2-minute and 30-second mark, so no expansion yet for SERRAL. There it is, he's taking it into another position. So this Reaper buys some good time here for Innovation, even being able to snap this one drone. So nice job here by Innovation, as another drone has to be pulled into this location. So yeah, very early good game here by Innovation, scouting the proximity, cancelling this one expansion for around 40 seconds. So very nice job by him. And yeah, buying himself some nice time. Let's just check his main once again. What does he have here? A factory, and I believe this should be of course his starport with 2 barracks into his main. The expansion is also here pumping already out. Mineralist, the one overload, will very likely get sniped very soon by these Marines. You can even see the different skin here by those Marines. It is indeed a older version of Starcraft 2. Let's have a look at SERRAL a little bit. Still no tier 2, and still very likely going for some more units, actually some overlords. We see the upgrades go out here for the Terran. We actually see a Banelings nest, so very interesting strategy by SERRAL. He's preparing this Banelings nest perhaps for more defensive gameplay. He could of course harass the Terran with those Banelings, and the Banelings of course are very strong counter towards those Marines with their splash damage, as Innovation knows this of course, so he's preparing his wall off with 2 engineering bay. This could be a timing push by him, as he's going for those upgrades for those Marines. Let's have a look. SERRAL of course scouting the map, scouting the proximity. There's lots and lots of Marines in the back, so he will not be successful here, and many more getting pumped out. Still 2 barracks into the main from Innovation, as the first drop is getting prepared. So around the 4-minute and 40-second mark, Innovation is moving out here with his medivacs towards the location from SERRAL. Let's just see where exactly is he going to be dropping. perhaps here where SERRAL is going for his tier 2. There is a spore. Actually, the queens have been transferred now by SERRAL. He has so much map vision, so many Zerglings are roaming around, and even these Zerglings try to catch, of course, those Medivacs, but it looks like Innovation goes for a different target. Whereas this location, Zerglings are close by to stand in. Let's have a look. In comes the attack. Perhaps he's going to scan just to clear those eggs. Yeah, but SERRAL looking like for a nice surround. One queen, actually 2 queens, even 3 queens have been killed here. The 4th one here as well, so quite a strong move. But at the same time, Innovation losing 1 Medivac with Marines. Notice that there are no explosions, so this is of course a different replay. You have to be very careful what exactly units have been lost, as also the queens don't see the blood, you don't see the explosion of the queens, and can be set of course for the Medivacs in the air. So Innovation nicely harassing here SERRAL. SERRAL does a nice job. Only some Zerglings do get killed, but in the end SERRAL does hold. Let's just check Innovation. Is he going for his second expansion? No, he's actually adding another barracks here into this location. And yeah, there is that second expansion, as his 1 Medivac is still into this location, ready to harass SERRAL, and the 2 more Medivacs are actually getting moved here out on the map with Marines into that. And notice the combat shield and weapon 1 and armor is also being done really soon here by SERRAL, as he's once again pushing forward, but he might try to regroup against SERRAL. But there's so many units here to defend for SERRAL, left and right. As the drops looks like it's going to come in. 1 weapon, 1 armor is pretty much soon done. As yeah, in comes Innovation with his team moving forward, sniping 2, even 3 queens once again. So what a strong and aggressive move out here by Innovation, sniping so many queens really successfully here for him, and taking out those important units. Even though there was creep on the ground, SERRAL losing 5 queens there. So yeah, Innovation showing us the strengths of Bio versus the Zerg. And yeah, of course, the reaction from SERRAL immediately. Zerglings with Banelings is to be careful not to lose so many queens. You can see, of course, the production tab in the upper left part, just in case I'm missing something. So more Banelings are, of course, the answer here for SERRAL versus his opponent. Worker-wise, both pretty much at the same worker count. Innovation also taking this location here, as he's also roaming around the map, having so much map vision, but he might try to attack this location here. Currently just killing some of those creep eggs, as we also have a lab bot here, looking like a probe, looking like a Protoss probe. Interesting looks. Yeah, Innovation regrouping here on the map, and now brings forward his tanks. Well, the tanks, of course, an important unit here, but hold on, we actually have a push here forward with some Zerglings. 3 SCVs have been killed. Innovation being, his expansion is being a little bit delayed, but in comes the real strong push forward by Innovation. Of course, he will have to spread those Marines. The expansion is already taking some damage. SERRAL tries for a counter, tries for a surround maneuver. In comes the Zerglings from the front. From the high ground there are also Zerglings, and even from the back there are Zerglings. So nice instant maneuver here by SERRAL. Innovation has to pick up, he has to abandon those things. And yeah, nice move here by SERRAL. It's very important for as a Zerg to surround your enemy, especially as a versus a Terran, even versus a Protoss, coming in from all the sides, even allowing this SERRAL now to go for a counter. Let's see if it's going to be successful, as 1 command set is once again being produced. But we have some tanks on the high ground. Actually, they're on the low ground, and another tank here, but the expansion has been denied, and SERRAL looking like he's feeling really confident to push forward. Yeah, right now, as we close in towards the 10-minute mark, he decides to retreat. He knows that he has held this location really well. He has more workers than Innovation, so things have calmed down a little bit. Let's see if Innovation is going to try once again to harass SERRAL. Yeah, so SERRAL with a great defense, with those Zerglings, with those Banelings, doing a nice job, and even taking yet another expansion show, just expanding all over the map. Hold on, we actually have another drop being prepared here by Innovation with Medivacs, with those Marines. 1 spore is being targeted, almost taken out here. Some Zerglings will fall here as well. So good harassment once again by Innovation, as he's now moving back towards the center of the map. Of course, buying time for his expansion, buying time for some wall up here into these expansion points. But yes, so many expansions for SERRAL. Innovation really has to hurt somehow the economy from his opponent. But as if this continues, of course, SERRAL will have the upper hand, so we might see once again some nukes into this game. We might see a transition into mech, we might even see some battle cruisers. It'll be very, very interesting. And yeah, Innovation just keeps moving forward. Tries of course to snap unit after unit at the same time. SERRAL tries to counter. Pretty good engagement here. The Zerglings have surrounded those Zerglings, and now Innovation caught a little bit off guard as he needs to send up some reinforcements here. 3 SCVs, 1 tank has been taken out, so pretty good move here by SERRAL. Might have wanted to kill more and more of those SCVs. Some Banings would have been a great addition here for him, as well as we see an Overseer going out just to scout exactly the production tab from Innovation. And yeah, those units here in the center are also really important. Banings are getting some good connection, but also some Banings have fallen, and the Overlord is still into this location, giving of course important vision. Finally, Innovation noticed this as he's going to take out this one Overlord, and once again you saw that there is no explosion, so of course it's a different replay from a different time as SERRAL once again moves out with his Zerglings. Innovation healing up here his Marines. They're very, very hurt, so he needs to be careful. At the same time, a double attack here by SERRAL being prepared versus Innovation. Innovation pretty much under siege as he's also taking damage here from those Banings from the Hydras. And yes, SERRAL now once again on the retreat. Perhaps he needs more and more creep towards his enemy. And yeah, we have passed the 11-minute mark. We also see those Marines looking really, really cool. SM can be set here for the tank. And let's have a look what exactly the plans from Innovation are now with his Medivacs as he's moving forward towards his enemy. And yeah, Hydras it is. So an interesting option here for SERRAL. Going Hydras, a very, very rare sight for a Protoss versus the Terran. So Hydras perhaps to counter those Medivacs in the air. More and more spores have been added here by SERRAL, as now Innovation tries to double attack with his Medivacs into this location. I believe he has also some Medivacs here. Let's see if this is going to be doing some economic damage as he's going straight for those drones here. Nice job by him targeting those drones, but there is a queen. Actually, he killed that queen. In come the Zerglings, so the Medivacs will of course have to heal up those Marines. So nice job. 5 drones have been killed. The Zerglings have fallen here as well. Pretty good harassment by Innovation versus and also creating a nice beeline here, a nice line. But in come the Hydras and he has to retreat. At the same time, he tries to punch here forward. But there are some Banings, there are some Hydras, so he has to retreat. But a pretty good job by him with those Marines on the ground with that beeline. He was able to kill so many Zerglings and 5 drones. So nice harassment by Innovation as he's taking the center now. So a double map. So we are double expansion here into the center, having even gold rich mineral fields here for him. So very important expansion there. The same can be set here for Innovation as he's also taking now his gold expansion into the center, having so many Banings, so many Zerglings and Hydras on the ground. Now are we going to be seeing some transition, and what exactly is going to be the answer from Innovation towards this? I believe many tanks can be added, of course. Tanks perfect versus those Zerglings and the Hydras on the ground. In comes SERRAL, but already taking so much damage. He tried of course to harass with some Hydras into this location. But yeah, great defensive job here by Innovation versus his opponent. And let's have a look what exactly is going to happen here. When exactly is SERRAL going to perhaps try to attack? He's of course scouting. He wants to see where exactly those tanks are located. Same can be set here for Innovation. He tries of course to harm the economy from his opponent. But hold on, we actually have a strong attack with some harpoons now versus the tanks. So this is the answer from SERRAL. Vipers with harpoons. Perhaps even blinding clouds can be casted by him, as we see a back and forward moving army here for SERRAL. Same can be set for Innovation, but his harassment not really dealing economic damage. Just a couple of drones have been killed, some Zerglings, some Banings, but yeah, SERRAL just seems to be having more and more control of the entire map as Innovation has to expand, of course. But his expansions are pretty much exposed, so he's not so much mobile as his opponents, so he has added those Liberators in the air. With the Liberation Zones also very good versus the Overlords. But hold on, we actually have another drop here. Gas will be killed, even the main might be killed, so SERRAL needs to be very fast as he's reacting immediately, killing one, or wanted to kill one of those Medivacs. So yeah, that's his idea. He's going straight for the Medivacs, so the Marines sadly have no more escape. They're being left behind. So nice job here by SERRAL, but taking quite some damage. His main is already below half HP as Innovation at the same time decides to expand all over the map here, so nice job. And we even have infestors, so Vipers and infestors seems to be the answer for SERRAL, just like it does versus the air fleet from the Protoss. Vipers and infestors, of course Vipers with that splash damage unit, that disease cloud, and infestors with that fungal, really strong versus liberated. Parasitic bomb actually is the name from that Viper spell, so very strong spell versus the air units from a Protoss, and of course versus the Vipers, sorry not the Vipers, the Liberators. And we actually also see some Brutals now in here, so I believe SERRAL has to be indeed maxed out. The same can be said here however by Innovation, so his Liberators will also be really strong versus those Brutals in here. But here we have Fungals, and yet another Fungal have been casted, so much splash damage, and here the Marines will fall left and right. More orders have been added, a more tankier unit, a more stronger unit. Slowly but steadily we're closing towards the 20-minute mark here, so very interesting and nice strategic gameplay here by both players, as Innovation once again tries to come here forward, tries to harm the economy. There is a Spore, he needs to be careful as he will very likely take so much damage. And yes, nice early defensive and a strong defense indeed here by the Finnish player versus his opponent, as the expansions are going up here. So very nicely macro orientated game, but it looks like SERRAL pretty much had enough of it. He's bringing here his strong units, he's bringing forward his Brutals. Notice that he doesn't have any Corruptors, just one Corruptors have now been added. Does have some Vipers, 2 Vipers, and lots of Infestors on the ground. But yeah, tanks already killing some of those creep eggs on the ground. And let's have a look, SERRAL is regrouping his main force. He is here in the middle of the map. Innovation needs to be careful with this small amount of Marines. He might take some Fungals, he might take some splash damage out of those Banings as in comes SERRAL targeting those tanks. Really one exposed tanks, of course, an easy target for those Brutals, so nice job by him. Innovation taking another expansion, getting scouted by SERRAL, so SERRAL pretty much taking control of the middle of the map, getting some spores just in case there will be some harassment from the back from some Medivacs. And yeah, Innovation also having a planetary up here, so worker-wise, actually all of a sudden SERRAL has more workers here than Innovation has more workers here than SERRAL, so quite interesting, as this expansion will be ready really soon. But now looks like Ghosts are moving forward, and we might see some nukes indeed by this strong unit. First the Overlord will be killed, and lots of Vikings are the answer here for Innovation versus those Broodlords. Vikings with Liberators, a pretty interesting strategy by him. Rare sight versus a Zerg, but very strong versus Broodlords, of course, against Corruptors. And do we see the first nuke? No, we actually see the first Worm here. So nice Worm being casted by SERRAL. He has to retreat. Innovation pretty much has to retreat. Perhaps he didn't see the Worm is going to be finished really soon. Finally, there it is, as some Zerglings are pouring here forward. So a little bit of a mistake here by Innovation not seeing this, and in comes even some Hydras, so lots of panic. The production buildings have been added now, having targeted more and more damage as the reactors are falling left and right. Even the tech labs will fall, so SERRAL showing us that Zerg is much more mobile here than his opponents, and slowly but steadily finally the reinforcements are pouring in here for Innovation, but lots of damage is being taken by him as some barracks have to be rebuilt. And even the Fighters are staying their ground here, they're staying on creep. In the end they will be fended off, but a nice move here by him with Night Swarm taking Innovation by surprise. Of course could have taken those Liberators back, but he feared a double attack, even a triple attack by SERRAL. So SERRAL with a nice mind game here by him, killing some barracks, killing some tech labs and some other add-ons here. So, and hold on, we actually have even another Night Swarm being prepared by SERRAL at the same time. He's moving here forward, but he needs to be careful, the Liberators are in the air. And here we finally see the Parasitic Bomb dealing damage towards those units in the air. And there is this Night Swarm pretty much empty, so it will be killed, but at the same time the Planetary Fortress is going to fall here. So nice game here by SERRAL, slowly but steadily just adding more and more pressure here against his opponent, against Innovation. Innovation pretty much caught off guard, as we now just reached, as you can see from the timer, the half time of this game. Very interesting and strong macro game indeed it is. Liberators with Vipers, with Vikings versus those Broodlords and the Corruptors in the air. So we have a fleet battle by both players. We have some Banelings also rolling here forward, as we also see the first nuke. So yeah, nuke it is going to be, just like game number 1. This time a defensive nuke versus SERRAL, but SERRAL just passed that moment. Moving forward to the newly established mine. And yeah, there it is, another nuke, so double nuke here by Innovation versus his opponent. As yes, SERRAL is going to attack, no, actually taking damage here from this. So really nice job by Innovation, finally killing some of 10 drones here and the expansion. But yes, SERRAL just relentlessly keeps moving forward. He might even try to take out one expansion or two. As yeah, the Broodwars are here, but in come those Liberators. Great EMPs now versus those units. So much energy has been depleted, but in come the Liberators with those Vikings in the air. Lots and lots of damage will be taken. Nice fungus, nice parasitic bombs. As you can see how much damage they will be taking. Vikings are also rolling in, so it's Viking versus Corruptors in the air, and the Vikings are winning this battle. But yeah, the Banings are pretty much unpunished here. They're moving forward, but the Planetary Fortress is also here, so SERRAL perhaps with a little bit of a mistake here. So many ghosts, but nicely getting Micro out of danger by Innovation with this one Medivac. Great stuff here by Innovation, great Micro by him, winning the air fight with those Vikings in the air. The Liberator also doing a nice job as they're getting repaired now. So yeah, Innovation fending off this attack, but SERRAL really mobile with his small task force with those servants. Look at that, dealing so much economic damage, just sniping 5 workers and just retreating, but every worker kill counts, of course, a lot in a macro oriented game. SERRAL still close by into this location. Is he going to try once again to attack that location as he's moving forward with his units? Yeah, there come the Banelings once again. And those Banelings, sadly for him, not really dealing any damage here in the upper part, as they were just moving left and right. So let's see, SERRAL once again preparing a defense now. Or is he going to roll forward with his Banelings into this location, pretty much splitting his troops here, having those Broodwars, a little bit of exposed Broodwars, so needs to be careful. The Vikings could easily take them out as they're here in the center of the map. So yeah, but Innovation just playing very nicely here, very defensively, as his main fleet is here in the air with those ghosts once again. Many ghosts for him, as we see another nuke being casted, but where is that ghost hiding? Oh, there it is. So nice nuke attempt here by him. He might take out the extractor, he might take out some of those spores, and there is this one nice nuke causing, of course, chaos. And yet another nuke has been casted, so there is still enough energy, and yet another nuke. So we are once again have so many nukes here being prepared. SERRAL needs to be really careful. He needs those overseers in the air, as Innovation is just moving forward left and right. So nice job by him. They're just dealing so much damage, multitasking all over the place. The same can be said here for SERRAL, but of course his units are much faster here on the ground with creep. Let's have a look, another offensive nuke this time. So this hatchery is going to be able to take so much damage to probes. So the drones have to be retreated here, and yet the ghosts really making it here very far forward. Hatchery is still alive, taking so much damage here. Nice job by Innovation, as he's also all over the place, and then this time a defensive nuke almost landing here towards his own turrets. So very defensive nuke here indeed, as we also see some sniping going on against the Broodwars in the air. And yeah, the nuke has been cancelled, thus by Innovation has to retreat a little bit, as SERRAL just launches here forward. He needs to be careful against the nuke. A very well landed nuke would of course mean a winning move here but he needs to be careful not to nuke his own Vikings, just like Maru did. With a very nice move, just nuking his own units. Very nice move indeed by him. Yeah, let's see, nice defensive nukes, but of course, like I told you, don't nuke yourself here, as the nuke is about to get landed here, and the Liberator is of course going to explode here. So nice shot here by Innovation, nuking himself almost. This is now kiting those Vikings back and forward. And yeah, the Corrupts is also being kited and microed back and forward. There's so many ghosts here on the ground being ready to nuke themselves. So yeah, let's have a look what exactly is going to happen here. The Liberators are in the air, lots and lots of damage. The Corruptors engage the Vikings, but this time not that many Vikings are being ready here. The Bane is also rolling here forward, so SERRAL with a much better position. Of course, are nicely being spreaded here, but yeah, the Corruptors are still in the air. And yeah, the Liberators will take, of course, off the rest, but yeah, all of a sudden the Corruptors taking so much damage, but in the end they're also nicely being kited back and forth. Banelings are still rolling around here, but the ghosts hold their ground, nicely being spreaded. So once again, a great fungus being casted, nice EMPs to counter those fungus. In come the ghost, and the sniping will go on here. The Broodwars will fall as Innovation holds his position and he's being able to push back still, but taking great casualties here. Innovation taking those Vikings have been killed, lots and lots of Liberators have fallen here as well, but supply wise both pretty much at the same mark here, so very nice balanced game here we have in between the two pros. Let's see, it's still anyone's game, of course. One lone tank is going to be able to take him out, as Innovation will very likely try now to also move out. He might try to nuke this expansion here once again, as he's moving here forward with his Marines, with his Marauders, scanning the area and just killing so much creep as possible. Also having so many expansions on the battlefield here. Yet another expansion is being taken here, and SERRAL having some overlords here, so he might try to fake a drop into this location, but there are some turrets, so yeah, things have settled down a little bit. Vikings will be remade, lots and lots of ghosts are still alive. Those banings did not kill as many infantry as they wish for. So yeah, let's see, Broodwars have been interesting, fast remade here for SERRAL. Very expensive unit, but yeah, it looks like he really wants to keep those Broodlords alive, and Infestors will be strong, but not so strong against that EMP from those ghosts. So the ghosts seem to be a very strong counter towards those Vipers and towards those Infestors, as we have the Vikings once again back online, and we see him push out slowly but steadily with his nukes. Whether this ghost is of course going to get killed very soon, as SERRAL prepares another attack here towards his opponent. The Vikings are nicely being kited towards the defensive positions here, towards those turrets. At the same time, we have an engagement here. The Baning's not really getting any good connections. Innovation with a better position is going to very likely try to take out this expansion once again with his infantry. The real action is of course happening here, but SERRAL needs to be careful not to eat the EMP. The expansion has fallen. We have a nice nuke being prepared here by Innovation once again, holding his ground, but SERRAL nicely kiting this time those Broodlords back and forward, as he's able to take out a turret after the other, and slowly but steadily Innovation also pushes here forward with some nukes, some offensive nukes this time. Needs to be careful once again with those Vikings not to eat another nuke. So yeah, let's have a look. Good nuke this time, taking out the spores, being very careful, very calculated, as yet another nuke has been launched here towards him. So yeah, just causing some chaos, just causing some panic here towards SERRAL, as the nuke is once again going to be able to take out some spores, some eggs. But no, hold on, SERRAL just microing those out of danger. At the same time, in comes now the Corruptors into this location, so Innovation has to run away. Corruptors will be able to take care of those medivacs so slowly but steadily. Innovation losing the small task force, and he's being pushed back. But this time a very good nuke by him, by a nice hidden ghost in the back, and SERRAL not really reacting here, so he needs to be very careful. The nuke is about to get landed really soon, as some forward drones will be killed here. So mass nukes once again it is, just like in game number 1. Innovation really causing lots and lots of chaos, lots and lots of damage towards his opponent, finding very good spots here onto this map. But where is that Overseer? Does SERRAL have vision? No, he doesn't have vision yet, so the nuke is going to fall, but not really going to kill anything here. So yeah, well, in comes the Overseer, so the ghost is going to get killed. We have the 30-minute mark closing in very soon. Like I told you, still anyone's game. Very interesting retro game, and yes, so many Vikings this time in the air for Innovation with those Liberators. No tanks for him, no battle cruisers, but a very strong looking army here, as the ghosts are already here defending those turrets. And yeah, some SCVs have fallen somewhere on the map, 6 of them, as we see some banings roll around here, as Innovation also first in fact we see a double nuke being executed here by Innovation. But yes, SERRAL is ready for that. At the same time, although we actually have so much economic damage here against the drones from SERRAL, so both players are pretty much punching each other here. So nice job here. 15 workers have been killed versus the 12 SCVs. Still SERRAL, Innovation holding his ground. He knows that his expansion is really important, and just slowly but steadily once again pushes forward with some nukes versus his opponent. And this task force here also dealing some damage, almost taking out some of those Corruptors in the air. And yeah, like I told you, still anyone's game. A very interesting game, as the Ghost also has dealt good damage towards this one expansion, taking it out, so some mining time will be delayed here. He has the long distance mining, as some SCVs actually will be sacrificed here by Innovation. So yeah, interesting job. I guess Innovation just wants to have more and more army supply. So army wise we have 155 versus 140. As another nuke is about to get launched here, so if there is not careful here, he might lose some drones, but of course he's really strong. He is out microing that nuke with those drones here. They're taking some damage, but in the end he's able to save those drones. As here we've finally passed that 30-minute marker. Very interesting game, still anyone's game, lots and lots of scans going out. Still Innovation not moving away from this location, just holding his ground. This expansion is pretty much exposed, so interesting enough, SERRAL not deciding to attack there, but he does have control of the middle of the map, and he does have some great angles here against those ghosts. Luckily for Innovation, his ghosts are ready to be microed back, so yeah, very interesting strategic gameplay. Nice micro game. We've passed the 30-minute mark, so still around 10 minutes being left here. Let's see who is going to win it, as another nuke is being launched here from this nice spot that has been, I believe, the Ghost is even on his knees here, just like in the National Football League. So let's have a look. The nuke is about to get landed really soon, as lots and lots of splash damage is being taken here by the expansion, but at the same time, once again, Innovation with a successful move out here is taking out this expansion. As yet another nuke is being casted, so where is that Overseer here for SERRAL? And SERRAL really needs to be careful not to lose those drones, but he has the Overseer, so the nuke is not going to fall, but at the same time, Innovation is moving more and more forward. Lots and lots of sniping going on here, many units getting lost by SERRAL. He needs to be very careful not to lose so much of those overalls, as it's pretty much soon going to be supply block. A nice fungal attempt here. The Broodwars are coming forward, and this is of course the time for Innovation to retreat into another location, but still he is taking out the expansion. This expansion is still mining, as we see some pulling back here by those Vipers. Good fungal against one of those Vikings, as he's also taking out. So yeah, every unit really counts a lot now into the late game. Those overalls are alive, so it will all come down to one big attack, and so many Vikings still alive here in the air for Innovation, and those Liberators as well. Not that many of them, but still a strong count. And the Ghosts will also be important with that EMPs, with that sniping, as a nuke has been launched here once again. And the great fungus, so the nuke might land onto this own unit, so fungal really dealing so much damage. But yeah, the SCVs will very likely come here forward, and EMP is also being launched. And yeah, lots and lots of splash damage, so good fungals here by SERRAL versus his opponent, but Innovation once again answering with his task force towards those expansions. Every kill counts a lot, as in comes SERRAL, but he needs to be careful not to lose those drones on the ground. And yeah, he's actually going to be mismicroing here a little bit, but in comes his fleet, as he's being able to push this back. But no, hold on, actually Innovation holding his ground, taking out that hatchery, also taking out 7 mismicroed drones there, as he's just roaming around now in the middle of the map, and of course holding this important expansion point here. He might even try to take this expansion with one of his own, as he's building this one here. So yeah, much better game here by Innovation, as another nuke has been launched by him towards this expansion point. So let's see what exactly is SERRAL going to be doing. He's going to decide to be aggressive, but just going to eat a nuke and then just move on, as the Innovation just moves forward with his infantry. So this expansion is going to be very important. The drone sees it, so now SERRAL has to make up his mind. He has to either decide to attack into this location, which is really well defended, or take out this expansion. Now if this expansion stays alive for Innovation, I believe he might win this game. So this task force with those medivacs, with those marauders and marines, proving to be really strong for Innovation. Could this be the winning move by him? We also have some overlords here, so we might see even a Night Swarm, as already some minerals are being mined. So SERRAL, of course, now really has to make up his mind. He's in the middle of the map, he has to decide, and I think he might try to go for this location here, as it is really important. And now of course spores are getting snapped by the ground forces, Every spore counts a lot, every unit counts a lot, but in come the Broodlords with a nice flank, so Innovation needs to be very careful. Taking so much damage out of those Broodlords, so Broodlords are really strong against the infantry here for SERRAL as Innovation as he's moving forward. But with that, actually Innovation buying time for this expansion. Of course, he tries to deplete it as fast as possible with those mules, just eating so much of those minerals. And yeah, they're really far away, just losing mineral patch after mineral patch. And yeah, so much mining going on. I believe this is actually one of the last mining stations, last mining bases on the planet. So let's have a look. Some more SCVs are being of course brought here forward. There's not that much is being mined for Innovation. So yeah, this location is indeed very important, strategic location, as in comes some great fungus. At the same time, a nuke has been launched in the lower part. But yeah, Innovation needs to be very careful. He's not so much mobile, so he's going to take so much damage out of those Broodlords. So good reaction here. But in come the Ghost, the Invisible Ghost here, with some sniping going on against those units. We do have an Overseer, however, so many Broodlords have been killed here. In come the Infestors, but they eat a EMP, so not that much energy being left. Some Ghosts will fall here, of course, as well. But still, the location is mining here important minerals for the units. And yeah, let's have a look. The Corruptors also moving forward. Still, army-wise, Innovation having a smaller higher number against his opponent, as we see some changelings. So Innovation just tries to mine as fast as possible here. This space is pretty much depleted. Yes, let's have a look if you're going to be seeing a strong engagement here. In comes SERRAL with his Broodlords, taking of course out so many of those workers really soon, taking out the turrets. A defensive nuke has been casted now, so he needs to be careful not to walk into this one nuke. It will be really disastrous here for SERRAL to punch here forward into a nuke. And the Innovation has to of course bring back his fleet, building more turrets, casting a nuke just to fend off the attack. Slowly but steadily, SERRAL also even bringing his queens forward. Let's have a look when exactly the big attack is going to happen here and where it might be into this location. Liberators are moving forward. We saw so many liberation zones, but there's actually many more air units, so he might try to use those liberators versus the air units as the spores are moving forward now into this location. A nuke is being launched, lots and lots of pullbacks here. And yeah, great parasitic bombs and great fungus, of course, but needs to be very careful. The liberators really have to be used offensively here in the air, as one nuke is being killed, this one queen. So army wise, both of them pretty much at the same army number, worker wise also pretty much the same, upgrade wise of course same, but here a very strong nuke still. It's been taken out and we have a strong engagement here. The Broodlords are attacking the ground, the Corruptors in the air, Vikings also nice, going to be kited back and forth. Spores are also dealing damage towards the air units. And yeah, very strong game here by both players. Really nice game. Who is going to be winning this game? 150 supply versus 150 supply of an army here. And here we go, strong attacks against those Broodlords in the air, but the fungus also nicely responding here. Lots and lots of splash damage against those Vikings in the air. Parasitic bomb have been added here, as SERRAL pretty much looks like he's going to commit here, but no. But yeah, so much splash damage is being taken here by those Vikings here. The parasitic bombs really dealing miracle level damage here against Innovation, and still more damage is being casted. So yes, but in the end, SERRAL losing more of that units versus his opponent. Remember, this mine is still mining minerals, so still SERRAL not being able to fend this off. So look at the economy. Innovation actually has 2k, so this could be his winning move. SERRAL, sadly for him, not mining his spores, taking damage now. He's trying of course to kill those ghosts with the Broodlords in the air, but the Vikings are here. And remember, here is the production tab. We have 3 nukes down Vikings, so it looks like Innovation is going to be able to take this game just because of this one mining base, as SERRAL is pretty much running out of time, running out of course of minerals. He's actually not mining at all, just some small mining here going on. But yeah, the ghosts are in position. He's going to be able to snap so many units. This fungus, a second fungus, so he needs to be careful not to eat his own nuke once again. But yeah, the queens are also nicely healing those Broodlords in the air. A great nuke, killing so many queen eggs on the ground. As slowly but steadily we're closing towards the finish line of this game. A double nuke here being casted with EMPs by Innovation. And yeah, more units will fall. The spores looking also very likely to fall here really soon. Still SERRAL holding on, fighting really bravely here. Post infestors, really important to have so many infestors here for him. Vipers in the air as well with those parasitic bombs. Is going to be able to cast in one parasitic bomb. The ghosts also kiting up back and forward. As army wise, innovation having more army, but remember the parasitic bomb and the fungus could deal so much splash damage here against innovation as he's moving forward with his ghost. He's trying of course to kill as many units as possible, as one ghost or two have fallen here. Innovation still kiting back and forward, waiting for an attack. We have passed the 40-minute mark, but in come the reinforcements here by innovation. Some marines, some sacrificial marines here, as parasitic bomb once again is being used. Liberators still attacking the ground, I don't know why, but I'm sure innovation knows exactly what he's doing here, as some fungus, some ghosts will be sacrificed here. And I believe liberators perhaps just to take care of those infestors. More and more liberation zones, more and more nukes are being established. But still the Vikings are in the back. There's just marines with ghosts now, but so many snapping going on here against the important unit, against those Broodwars in the air, and now even a great nuke landed onto those spores. So SERRAL losing slowly but steadily more and more of his units, and in comes the push now forward with his infantry. The ghosts will very likely stay in the back just to deal damage towards those Broodwars in the air. Not that many Broodwars are being left or right, not that many corruptors, and interesting enough, SERRAL actually deciding to go for some spores. He's building some spores and some Broodwar cocoons here, so let's have a look. A very strong lead here by innovation. Of course, this expansion here proving to be the winning move by him. And we have parasitic bombs, we have the Vikings in the air. Slowly but steadily now SERRAL is the one preparing the attack versus, innovation is the one now preparing the attack versus SERRAL. As still some great parasitic bombs, some great fungus will be also used as well, but the defensive nukes also being casted here by him. And in comes the attack. Some marines are also here on the ground. SERRAL has to pick up, but he needs to be careful not to fall into his own nuke once again, as inch by inch he's moving forward. Even some drones will be prepared here for the attack, so innovation being ready to defend this expansion. Interesting enough, he's not mining minerals, he's just mining gas. And let's have a look. SERRAL in a good position. Will be set here for innovation, but so much fungus is being casted. Great EMPs against all of those infestors on the ground, so such a great EMP cast by innovation versus his opponent. Still SERRAL having quite a scary army move, but innovation having more and more of a supply, and pretty soon I think he might win this game. Let's see. Of course, really careful. He's moving now forward with his Vikings, with his ghosts. Great fungus being used once again, and this could be the last attack here, but so much damage being taken left and right. Is SERRAL going to be able to hold this on? So much infantry on the ground here as well for innovation. Vikings are still holding their ground, and of course the corruptors have fallen. This is going to be the win for innovation. So great game here by both players. A very patient game by innovation in the end, proving to be this time much stronger than SERRAL. So quite a strong battle into this location here. So innovation holding his ground with his Vikings, with those liberators, and at the same time he has just harassed really nicely with 2 medivacs and that infantry into this location. And after sniping this expansion many times, he decided to take it, and with that all of the map has been mined out, all but this location here. So of course this one being the winning move this time from innovation. Once again nukes have been casted, and look at all of that army here. What a beautiful army here for the Terran. Lots and lots of Vikings, lots and lots of ghosts here on the ground. So very nice game here. Once again, I hope you enjoyed this retro replay cast. We'll be seeing, of course, in the next cast. This is Tommy signing out.